Hello, welcome to Accenture Security. My name is ANDREAS KAFKA. I'm the lead for the strategy and risk domain. So I joined Accenture about a bit more than 7 years ago. I have almost 20 years of career in security, doing lots of different roles, being a security officer, being a security consultant, and now since 7 years with Accenture, and I really enjoyed the ride so far. So what's the security strategy and risk domain? We are always asked by our clients, do we invest into the right direction, into the right domains? Do we do the right things? How well do we compare against our competitors in the industry? Where can we improve? Where do we have weaknesses, gaps, risks in our operations? And Accenture, can you help us with that to improve? So we have a number of services, offerings around that, starting with advisory services for board members. Specifically here we have what we call a 7-domain assessment, which is a very detailed assessment across multiple domains to understand where the company is investing in, understanding what is the landscape, the business strategy, what is the threat landscape that applies to the industry and specifically to that business. So to help understand the business strategy and how to derive the security strategy in order to support the business strategy. The next service that we provide is we help our clients to define security strategies, including security operating models. So once it's clear what you want to achieve and how you want to support your business and protect the critical data, how do you do that? How do you orchestrate all the various components, capabilities, technologies that you have in your organization in order to run a smooth and cost-efficient and effective security operations in the organization? So we have a lot of assets and experience around that, how we can structure that, how we can deliver those kind of work most efficiently, and we have done a lot of work in that space with different customers in HNPS, in resources, so lots of experience here. Another advisory service we provide is we help with mergers and acquisitions. So one example, Telstra acquired PACnet a few years ago, and a few months after they signed the deal, they learned that there was a security breach at PACnet. So they paid 850 something million for the company. Now, would that knowledge stop them from acquiring the company? Probably not, but at least that would give them a bit of leverage to renegotiate the price. So we help those companies to understand what they can expect by assessing the security posture of potential candidates to be acquired, and help those companies to make the right decision and to give them input for their decision making. Then we help the clients in the space of GRCs, that's governance, risk and compliance. For example, in the financial service industry, there are a lot of regulations and compliance requirements, and they need to be supported by security controls, and we help our clients with programs to understand what are those requirements and how do you measure the compliance against them, and what's the best way to do that in an operational manner. The last service that we have here is around business continuity. So we help our clients to assess their business continuity readiness, to understand what happens if there's a disaster or a major crisis. How resilient is the business to restore to normal operations? I personally really enjoy that domain because that's pretty much right at the start of every security transformation journey that we can support our clients with, be it with cyber defense, be it with digital identity or managed security services, or what's the last one, application security. So here we set the tone, we set the strategy, and we define work programs, which typically leads into more work for Accenture to help the client to implement that strategy. So what are the skills and capabilities that you would need when you want to work on a security and risk engagement? First of all, you need a broad understanding of the various security domains. So for example, ISO 27000 that defines a number of different domains that you would need to operate in an organization, starting from a governance perspective to access control to threat and vulnerability management, security assurance, audit, and so forth. You would also need good business analysis skills to understand how the business is working, to understand how they define strategies, and to understand what does that mean for security. Where are the risks for the organization? What's the threat landscape for the organization? And how do you translate that into security capabilities, into a security strategy or a security roadmap? All right, I hope that gave you some insights into that domain. And what I've learned on my first day in Accenture is that everyone here is really happy to help you out. So if you have any questions, just don't hesitate and walk up to the people, walk up to myself. If you have questions around security strategy and risk, just let me know and I will try my best to help you with whatever I can do for you. Thanks and good luck with Accenture Security.